I think it took Adolf's badass to take this anime to the next level where it should be, because this is probably hands down the best episode of Terra Formars thus far. I got volume 3 in the mail. I'm keeping up to date with these releases because this is the type of shit I want to see. Action and epicness with substance and deep complexities to the characters. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Terra for fucking Mars. Let's go. So last week's episode introduced the whole plot point with Adolf and what happened with his wife, how his wife cheated on him, and this episode just took it to the next level with just showcasing exactly how he feels about the situation and how it pretty much haunts him to this day. And honestly, these past 2 episodes, I don't know if it's that Adolf is one of the best written characters in this entire series, or they finally decided to just go more of a faithful adaptation to the manga. I'm not 100% sure on that, but ultimately, like, this episode was just great. It was a great fucking episode. Finding out more about Adolf, how he despised his wife for cheating on him. And to a certain degree, I actually got chills seeing it because I can understand where a man would come from. At the end of the day, a man is prideful, and somebody that's been in the situation that he's been in, everybody was looking at him like he was, you know, ooh, that creature, get him away from me. For somebody to come out, accept him as for who he is, and make him feel like he's a human, ultimately say, you know what? You're not different, and I care for you. And then to betray you, just talking about that, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting some feels. It just shows how complex of a character he truly is and how fucked up his backstory is. Something definitely that you don't see every day. A man that his wife cheated on him, and ultimately it haunts him even while he's fighting these gigantic fucking JoJo beasts. And the way he described it, to be honest with you, yeah, you can probably argue that he was being a little facetious in this episode with a lot of the comparisons he was making. I mean, at the end of the day, he is in a godlike situation right now with the way he can control his powers, and ultimately he's fighting these gigantic monstrosity beasts. But ultimately it was like, Jesus Christ, the way he even described his wife, how he felt like she was an animal after she turned him into a human. I mean, I'm not sure if they toned it down from the manga. Maybe they did show the full explicit nature of what was happening with his wife. I mean, they were showing little glimpses of her like, oh, that stupid bitch, which, by the way, I don't give a fuck. Let fucking Greg from Bleach, let fucking Kenpachi, let any motherfucking Madara drop fucking meteors on that bitch because she's a fucking hoe. I keep saying I don't love these hoes. I keep saying I don't love these hoes. I don't love them though. These hoes ain't loyal. But another thing that this episode definitely helped to showcase was the bond between these people and how much they respect and look up to Adolf. And while, yeah, maybe his wife did him dirty and in his personal life things aren't the best, the people in his squad all care for him to the point where everyone is sacrificing them. So even though he felt so alone, even though he felt like, damn, I got nothing in this world, my wife did this to me, and even though I have my wife and this child that's not even mine, ultimately I have nothing. But his team helped to show him that, no, you do have people. We care about you. We're putting our lives on the line. We don't give a fuck. And I ain't gonna lie, it was just done very well with, like, Ava there crying like, oh my gosh, and everybody sacrificing themselves. It was just like, Adolf, you're not alone, bro. And sometimes I think it just takes something that dramatic for you to realize you're not alone. And there are people out there that do give a fuck about you. And they try to explain it a little bit. I didn't really care for the line where they were like, if you have the will to live, you can keep going. It was better explained, so ultimately it didn't just come across like that one stupid line. Like, that line always reminds me of Bleach when Hiyori got cut in half, and I think Unohana said, if she has the will to live, she can keep going. This was not as, you know, extreme because there was an explanation for it with the lightning and everything. So it wasn't bad or anything, but it just felt like this episode was being very fancy with a lot of the ways they describe things, and again, a little bit facetious to a certain extent. But then it just goes into absolute epicness. You get the depth and complexities in the beginning, and then you just get chaos and madness with some fucking Kirin thunder lightning shit. I was like, hell's motherfucking yeah. Now, is Adolf really dead? Like, is he really dead? Because this is one of the best characters, him and Michelle, my 2 favorite characters. I don't give a fuck. I love these 2, especially, like, my Michelle, I love her, but after this episode, Adolf and Michelle right there, neck and neck, my favorite characters. I'm just like, fuck, what he went through. Like, if he dies, that just feels like such a tragedy, honestly. It reminds me of another series, which I won't spoil what it is, where, like, the main character seemingly died at the end. So, I honestly, I'm not hoping or wishing for plot protection because this is Terra Formars. There is no fucking plot protection for anyone, but ultimately, I would like for him to get a second chance. and survive through this and get home and be able to get another life and get over the fact of what happened. But if he is dead, which we saw his dagger at the end, if you stood all the way through, you see his dagger in the rock, then that was just fucking tragic and sad as fuck. And Adolf, you're a fucking beast. Whether you're alive or dead, you were amazing, and to see your struggles and everything, dog, you're just like all of us, man. Oh, it's just such a great fucking episode. I'm giving this one 9 out of 10 easily. The censorship really wasn't there either, so good shit on that. It was a great fucking episode. Really not much to complain about other than it being a little facetious and its wording and things like that, but it was fucking great. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Did Adolf go down as one of your favorite characters? Do you think he's dead or alive for anime-only viewers? What do you think about that? And your overall thoughts of the episode. I think these past 2 episodes were the best 2 episodes of Terra Formars thus far. If he is dead, it doesn't feel rushed. It doesn't feel like BS. It just felt like a soldier, a true fucking man went down in greatness. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you can do so as well, that'd be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, Adolf, you are a fucking beast. I'm gonna miss you if you're gone. Have an awesome day.